Okay, I have an online audience tonight, and this is Education or Entertainment by Morgan Roberts, and this is of zoo animals and aquatic animals. This is what zoos actually show you. Okay, so zoos, they show themselves as a rehabilitation center for injured or sick or even endangered animals to breed them and put them back into the wild. And then while the animals are there, they're all in one place, so they might as well use them as educational purposes for visitors who want to know more about animals who aren't a part of their country. Okay? And then this is the truth about most zoos. Now, I have to emphasize most because not all zoos are like this, but a lot of them are. A lot of them, especially in the U.S., and other countries are. So many animals here are exploited just so the zoos can get money. And to gain popularity, the more rare an animal you have, well, the more popularity your zoo's going to have, and so as the chain goes, the more money you'll get. The cage sizes are way too small. You can see here, my example, there are 4 tigers in one cage, and that's an 8x10 cage, and tigers actually need 500 plus miles of territory to roam and just as their own space. So having 4 in one is really psychologically and physically draining on the tigers. And then the larger zoos, they can't keep up with dieting the animals, so many herbivores are fed old brown lettuce and rotten fruits and vegetables, and they're just not getting the nutrients that they need. And some of these animals even come from the black market, which is illegal, but it is cheap for the zoos, and it is easy for them. They're just taking the simple way out and trying to not spend much money. Then next we have SeaWorld, and many of you may know from news or the documentary Blackfish. SeaWorld is most known for how they treat their animals or how many people die watching the shows or the employees there. Many are kidnapped from the wild when they're young, and their families are killed in front of them, and then they're then bred in tanks. So many of the orcas and dolphins that are in SeaWorld's tanks are there for their whole lives. And this really, it brings their expectancy rate down from, as I remember, 15 years down to 5 years, 7 years. And as you know, the tank size is way too small. Think of yourself in a bathtub for the rest of your life. That's really psychologically draining. And then their ways of entertainment, they may be fun to the viewers, but backstage they're beaten, they're starved until they get their move just right. As you can see, when they do their trick, when they're done, they get fed. In an incident back in 2013, one orca starved to death because it wasn't being fed because it wasn't doing any tricks. It was sort of like going on strike, I would say. Because these are really smart animals, and they're being forced to do these little tricks just to get a meal. So the next time you want to visit the zoo or aquarium, think about the animal on the other side of the cage. Here are my sources.